to do your schoolwork. Very good. Yes, go ahead. To do your schoolwork. To do research. Very good. All right, so many, many answers. Let me thank you very much for that. The police are here. Come police, come this side. Come police. We want the children to see you. Come police. Police, come this side, please. Police, draw closer, no man. Draw closer. We want two children to see the police. Police and children are very good friends. All right. Police will come. I'll hope. All right, we are going to have a very short program. So I'm going to be eliminating a number of our speakers. But let me acknowledge at this time, Mr. Mayor, you need to sit right beside the CEO. Bring a chair, Mr. Mayor. You, Mr. Mayor, Dickinson, put your chair beside CEO right here, sir. We're going to hide in the crowd for. And Mrs. Bailey, put a chair right here for me, please. We're with SDC. Okay, right there. You can stay right here, sir. I put a chair now for police when police comes. Whose seat is that? Bring that chair come. Oh, okay. All right, put teacher right here. So she's the principal. No, put principal right here. So put Mr. Lightbody right here. So beside. Come, principal. Come. Put him right here, so. All right. Let me invite at this time Principal Lightbody to come and bring greetings and to do a planned item. I want you to give Principal Lightbody a big round of applause as he comes at this time.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Dr. Daniel Dawes, distinguished guest, Director Robinson, Universal Service Fund, Ms. Antoinette Hall, Community Development and Social Development Officer, Mrs. Rochelle Gibbons Scott, Deputy Superintendent, Councillor Dallas Dickinson, and Deputy Mayor. It is the privilege of St. Anne's Bay High and Prep to host this launch this afternoon. St. Anne's Bay High and Prep has been here before most of you, if not all, were born, since 1940. And so we are privileged to have connected with Edge Hill and at this time to be engaged in connectivity. I want to especially appreciate and welcome our neighbors and fellow educators from the St. Anne's Infant School, St. Anne's Bay Infant School, and Edge Hill Special Head School. As I bring greeting, I have a special treat for you from my students of the St. Anne's Bay High School Division. And so before I continue to share in this greeting, I will have them come and do a special rendition of Amazing Grace. And there's a reason why I've selected Amazing Grace for this occasion. So at this time, please welcome two of our high school students to do this item.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was blind, but now I see. The Lord hath promised to me His word, my hope secure. He will thy shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise. When we first begun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Thank you very much, students. Why did I select this item for this occasion? The story is told that the writer of this hymn was a slave owner. But the melody, the music, was from a slave. And the historian, the musical historian, indicated that he could imagine that while the slave ship was traveling from Africa to the Western world, that the slaves were humming the tune, and it affected in a positive way the slave owner to the extent that he wrote the music. It is the only hymn, I'm told, that is played on the black keys independently and on the white keys independently. So the analogy is that God's amazing grace is for both black and white, rich and poor, free and slave. Everybody is able to appreciate God's amazing grace. And why would God want amazing grace to reach everyone? Because of connectivity. The occasion this afternoon is about connectivity. We are all connected. And our divine Father, if I may bring a spiritual perspective to this occasion, our divine Father created all things and all people. And as a result of sin, we have been separated, but He, through Jesus Christ, decided to reconnect us with Himself and with one another. And so our favorite Bible text, John 3:16, indicates that what? God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Let me add a little dimension to that. The Father so loved you that he gave his Son to die in your place. The Son so loved you, he gave his life. The Holy Spirit so loved you, he has decided to give his time, because it is he who is keeping us in the path to do right when we are tempted to do wrong. And so God's amazing grace is about connectivity. And eventually that connectivity is to take us from earth to heaven and back in the new earth. So even as we connect this afternoon, all of us are gathered here from corporate Jamaica, from the national representatives in this community, our sister schools and ourselves, the families. All of us are here because Edge Hill is now connected. And why is it important for Edge Hill to be connected to the World Wide Web? Because education is for all. And education is that which is going to set the foundation for the future of the next generation of which students you are. So I want to challenge you, students. I want to challenge you, community. I want to challenge parents and all the well-wishers to appreciate this evening's ceremony, because connectivity is God's plan for his people, which is why our motto as Jamaicans, out of many, one people, because we are all connected by our Supreme Father. May God bless you all as we enjoy this ceremony and appreciate connectivity. Once again, take greetings from St. Anne's Bay High and Preparatory School. God bless you.
Give Principal a big round of applause for such words of salvation, such words of encouragement. And Principal, I want to tell you again, thank you very much for accommodating. I mean, no, it was sudden, and my spirit, my spirit take you because of your sense of humility. I really reckon, and once more I want to say thanks a million. All right, I see my very good friend, CEO, Mrs. Jennifer Brown Cunningham from the St. Anne's Municipal Corporation. I want to give her a round of applause as she come to say hello. Come back, CEO. Don't come to this place for your good looks only.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is my community. I am from St. Anne's Bay, and I am extremely happy to be a part of this occasion today, where with the Universal Service Fund, we'll be able to provide free Wi-Fi for the persons who live on this side of St. Anne's Bay. So I know that the children, both from the school and from the St. Anne's Bay Infant. Thank you. And the children from St. Anne's Bay Infant, and also from the school across the way, sure they will have access to free Wi-Fi, which will aid them in their preparations for school, and then the community will have free Wi-Fi. We know we came through a period of COVID where the need for activity was more than ever, but even having come back to face-to-face meetings and school, where from time to time it has become necessary for us to have school online or meetings continue to be online. So I know the community is going to benefit greatly from the connectivity that is going to be on. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we will be using this service for the betterment of the community and to uplift the community. And on behalf of the Municipal Corporation, I would too want to say our greatest of appreciation to the Universal Service Fund. When last Friday, we were a part of a function at the Ministry of Local Government where equipment was handed over to several municipal corporations around the country through the auspices of the Universal Service Fund. And so we know the work they are doing, and we appreciate the work they are doing. And as Mr. Dawes was saying earlier, the whole idea of having government join together different aspects, different areas of government, coming together to ensure that we provide the best service for the people of this country. So thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to the rest of the program.
Thank you, CEO. Very hard-working Chief Executive Officer. And I know we met somewhere in Portland, and I'm so glad to see you again after so many years. All right, Madam Fullerton, I want you to come and say hello. Give her a big round of applause as she comes. She's from the St. Anne's Bay Primary, all in red.
Good afternoon to the students as well as the adults here. My name is Shannon Fullerton Francis. I am a representative of the St. Anne's Bay Primary School. I am indeed honored to be at this function, the launch of free Wi-Fi for the area of Edge Hill, by extension St. Anne's Bay. I should say that many of our students at the St. Anne's Bay Primary School are a part of this community, and so with the extension of the free Wi-Fi, I am positive that will be done, more research will be done, and of course it will be used to benefit not only themselves as students, but the greater community of St. Anne's Bay. So I am indeed privileged to be here, and I hope we have a great rest function. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for coming. All right. Let me ask the working councillor, Diane Bailey, to come and bring greeting at this time. Give her a round of applause as she comes. Everybody give councillor a big round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Dawes. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, well-wishers, residents of St. Anne's Bay. Dr. Daniel Dawes of the Universal Service Fund, our able CEO, Mrs. Jennifer Brown Cunningham, officers from the Jamaica Constabulary Force that is here, principal of the St. Anne's Bay High School, Mr. Lightbody, that's right, Mr. Lightbody, and Honorable Minister Matthew Samuda, who is here. I just want to say good afternoon. We were in the community of Steertown of the Limehall Division earlier today, where Steertown community is also a part of receiving free Wi-Fi in that community. So this morning I was there to do the launch for Steertown, and now I am here in St. Anne's Bay with my colleague, Deputy Mayor Dallas Dickinson, as the launch for the Edge Hill community and St. Anne's Bay is taking place. I continue to say I appreciate the way the Universal Access Fund with the government of Jamaica has been partnering to make sure we get connectivity along the length and body of Jamaica. It is a comforting feeling as a counselor when you serve and you see your communities that you serve develop in a specific way. And I am glad that I am part of the governing body of people in this country that is making this happen for Jamaica today. So thank you again, Dr. Dawes and your team, and we want to thank the St. Anne's Bay High. And as we, as elected representatives, continue to agitate aggressively for growth and development for the different communities, visions, We continue to ask for the support of the residents in way of this also to take care of the different community things that are placed within your community for the development and growth of your community. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you very much, hardworking Mayor. Hardworking, well, Mayor to be. Maybe I'm prophesying. Councillor, thank you very much. Okay. This time, let me invite, by way of acknowledgement, let me acknowledge SDC Community Development Officer. That is Miss Antoinette Hall. And she's not feeling so well, but she spoke very well at the Steertown meeting. Come, let me hear your voice. Come on, come. You come and say hello. You don't have to be long. Give her a big round of applause as she comes.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Dawes. And it is with indeed thanks that from the SDC, along with our parish manager, Mrs. Hilary McBean, we say thank you for us being a part of the initiative today. And as we are a part, we are one of the agencies that is mandated to govern, to work with 75 communities within Jamaica. And we are grateful that the connection is here in Edge Hill because it's really needed here. And we would like to say thank you very much to Mr. Dawes and his team, along with our minister, Mr. Samuda. Thank you very much, and also to the government of Jamaica for having this great initiative throughout Jamaica. Thank you again, Mr. Dawes, and your team. You're doing our...
Give Madam a big round of applause. Thank you very much. We always work very closely with the Social Development Commission. Wherever we go, we make sure at SDC in the arrangement. Deputy Mayor, man that I saw on I think it was on X, may have been on X or Facebook, put on a big show the other day. Massive, massive show. So he can organize things. You understand? He's the organizer. But we don't want to work with the Universal Service Fund. Very good worker, very accommodating, well-mannered, very respectful. I never call him yet, and him frown. Always respond to my calls. I want you to give your own hard working councillor and deputy mayor, Dalasu Dickinson. Give him a big round of applause as he comes to address you.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Matthew Samuda, CEO of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, Mrs. Jennifer Brown Cunningham, Councillor Bailey, Principal of the St. Anne's Bay Infant School, Mrs. Morrison, Representative of St. Anne's Bay Primary School, SDC, and student, good afternoon to you all, and teachers of the St. Anne's Bay High School, good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon, student. Student, good afternoon. Happy to be here this afternoon to give an update on this space here, the space of Edge Hill. You're well aware that this space is very important to us because we have, over the last couple of months, spent a great amount of Jamaican dollars in the space here. We have done some rehabilitation of the roadways. Mr. Chairman, you see as you drove up, you'll see some, not to accommodate you, but it's to accommodate the community and the schools that are around. Tell you, Mr. Principal will tell you, and other teachers will tell us here, we used to have to drive around and walk through bush to get to school here, to get to school over there, to use the community center. And through the CEO and the Roads and Works Department of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, we were able to put in a brand new drainage system for this area. And so I said to you, Mr. Dawes, that it's not because of the Wi-Fi coming here. It's something that we have on our drawing board for a long time. We know that we have some more work to do on the road here that continue from here to beyond the church here, Minister. We intend to, we have refurbished the community center there. And I want to say that Madam Principal of the St. Anne's Bay Infant is very happy that we were able to do some work on the community center, because in June, the school were gutted by fire and half of the block of the school were totally destroyed by fire. So, Mr. Dawes, Minister, we were able to use our community center for part of the school of the St. Anne's Bay Infant School. We know it's a challenge to get back the Ministry of Education to sort out that area. But I know, Minister Samuda, you'll try to do your best to get the Ministry of Education to come on board with us to have that area be renovated. So as we come here, ladies and gentlemen, we want to extend greetings and welcome to Mr. Dawes and his team here for the Edgehill Community Wi-Fi launch. As the principal said in his address, that, even in heaven there was connectivity of services that we have here now. So, Mr. Dawes, the Universal Service Fund is something that I have always embraced. It's not the first you're coming to St. Anne's Bay. You have done some work at Windsor, and you intend to do some work in the town of St. Anne's Bay itself, and you're here today at Edgehill. We want to say to you, continue to move across the island. Where there are no vision, it is said that the people perish. So today is a vision working in its entirety. Mr. Dawes, I want to say to you, the community of Edgehill, the community of St. Anne's Bay, welcome you. And we say to you that as you continue to be a part of nation building, as you continue to lift up communities out there which have not been connected, you will do so as you go along. I want to say to you on behalf of my colleagues in the St. Anne Municipal Corporation to say thanks to the Universal Service Fund for coming to St. Anne's Bay and Edgehill. And so today I'm very happy. I'm very applaud you. And I know that the service that provided right here will be well used, and the community will in fact be of great service to the community. The only problem, Mr. Dawes, is that some people start to use it already. And they are saying when they go up or they go down, they are in the space to receive the service in its entirety. I don't know if there's any chance for reboosting or whatever it is can be done. I hope that something can be done, that it can be boosted beyond our space right here. So once again, Mr. Dawes and team, we want to welcome you and say to you, thank you very much for coming to Edgehill in St. Anne's Bay. God bless you all.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Give Deputy Mayor a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. Right, so just to advise that this service is not meant to serve the entire community at this time. One step at a time. A matter of fact, we are spending $1.3 billion this year to make sure that all our schools, both secondary and primary, are connected to the high-speed broadband facility. Now, the USF is on a mission. We have so far made alive beyond 200 sites. Am I right, Jamie? I believe St. Anne's Bay. Jamie, where are you? Yes, St. Anne's Bay is online and live, meaning that, Minister, you will be informed soon as to when we'll be doing the launch for St. Anne's Bay. It is ready. That one now is far bigger than this one. It's massive, massive, massive. And so the persons in St. Anne's Bay will be able to tap into the Wi-Fi arrangement free of charge. Now, and you may ask the question, why these community Wi-Fi? That was said by so many persons before. Minister, the Honorable Darrell Vaz, would have charged the fund to go by the different constituencies and to drop 3 in the first instance, then to do a 4th, and we are currently treating with a 5th site per constituency. That is the vision of the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunication, and Transport. Now we are moving very fast this afternoon because we traveled all the way from Kingston this morning from 7 o'clock. Don't know where Minister or Dixie Dickinson going to take us for a little bite. We want a little bite before we go back to Kingston. If not, we're going to drop down. It's not 30 of us. It's not 20 of us. We want a little bite. Not leaving King, we're not leaving St. Anne, and I get a little bite. I get a little bite. CEO, you agree with me? That is right. At this time, my friends, brothers and sisters, we have one of the best ministers in this JLP government. Hardworking, bright, visionary. He reminds me of another man that is now gone, but that man was a man of vision. And I see Minister Samuda of one of those persons who will do Jamaica well. He reminds me of Joseph, a man of vision, a man of purpose. And because he was a man of vision and a man of purpose, he was appointed Prime Minister of Egypt. We're not sending him to Egypt. But we say good things are ahead. Give your minister an MP to be. I'm making that say it. I never do want to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Because there is an MP now, you know. But he's MP to be. Give MP to be a big round of applause as he comes to us.
Thank you, Mr. Dawes, CEO of the USF. Allow me to acknowledge our special guests. And first of all, it's unique to call them our special guests since they are hosting us. But allow me to acknowledge principal and staff of the St. Anne's Bay High and Preparatory School, and indeed principal and staff of the St. Anne's Bay Infant School. It is our pleasure to join you, even though we would say welcome. Allow me to also acknowledge your hardworking staff, Sir Daniel. We know that they have been putting in the work right across the length and breadth of the country. I am happy to hear that there's more work happening in this particular constituency and not just in other places where we've met up recently. Allow me to acknowledge the leadership of the St. Anne's Bay Parish Council. Madam CEO, good to see you again. And of course, your councillor, Deputy Mayor Dallas Dickinson. Always a pleasure to join you in St. Anne's Bay, sir. And not sure if it's my left hand, right hand, or how to describe, but Miss D, your colleague councillor, Councillor Geneva Gordon Bailey. Thank you for joining us. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen of St. Anne's Bay, boys and girls, young men and young women of the high school, it is a pleasure to join you. And today is an important day. It is an important day looking to the future. It acknowledges that for your future to be as you may imagine it can be, for your future to be as you dream it can be, that there are some basics that have to be in place. There are some foundational elements that we have to put in to make sure you can put in your own work to make your dreams a reality. And one of those things in the 21st century is, as water and energy, being light, was contemplated in the 20th century, so now is data connectivity, so now is internet, so now is Wi-Fi, as we affectionately call it. But ultimately, Wi-Fi and connectivity is important. It is the basis of modern communication. It is the basis of education. It is the basis of production. And it will be the basis of your heightened education, as we expect that this investment from the government will no doubt bring about better educational results in St. Anne's Bay. Now, I am new to the constituency of Northeast St. Anne, and I've been walking around, engaging with persons and learning. But even in the early stages of a relationship, often you can determine where you want the relationship to go. You can see what the potential of others' relationship is. And in this case, I see that St. Anne, in the center of the island, Northeast St. Anne, in one of the fastest growing local economies, truly has the opportunity to be great. Really does. The geography is a gift from God. People are beautiful and the people are brilliant. But it is up to us to ensure that we create the basis, the room, and the environment for you to grow individually, so that as a community, as a constituency, and as a wider parish, are able to grow. Now, there are some unique opportunities in Northeast St. Anne. One, Northeast St. Anne has more hotel rooms than anywhere else in Jamaica. Northeast St. Anne has more opportunity for more hotel rooms than anywhere else in the country. Northeast St. Anne is the fastest growing BPO location in the country. Northeast St. Anne is the fastest growing housing market in the country outside of Bernard Lodge, where an entire new space is being built. So that brings particular opportunities. It means our population is going to increase. But who have toiled here, who have invested here, are able to see the benefit before those who come. Because yes, we welcome everybody, but we want to ensure that the prosperity and progress that we speak of to those who have lived and invested here first. And the major tool to ensure that that happens is going to be education. It absolutely must be. It is why we've set particular educational goals, and we'll be working with our stakeholders to ensure that they're possible. But what are those goals?